Big picture, what are your thoughts? First, let's start off with the fact that we did see the CPI print a little tamer than expected, second month in a row. How are you feeling about the market?
That's right, Nicole. The CPI came a little bit better. However, the markets are still off. We have our eyes on wages. We have record number of job openings. We have our eyes on food prices and other disruptions that we are seeing. The question is not when the Fed is going to start tapering. That we believe will happen by the end of the year. The question now is when the Fed is going to start tightening monetary policy and when they will start pushing interest rates higher, how big the push will be. I think that the markets will start focusing on that from now on.
So tapering before the end of the year and tightening monetary policy, don't you feel like they have a little wiggle room now between the Delta variant and inflation here? I don't know. Can they wait? Would it be a mistake to wait?
The issue is the Delta variant. That's the contradiction here, because you have on the one side that holding the economy down, but on the other side, again, you have record numbers. If you look at Southeast Asia and the supply chain disruptions, you have Vietnam with a population of 100 million. Only 3% of them has been vaccinated, which means that if you have one single case at a factory, you cannot afford to keep that factory open. And these closures are creating further delays in shipping. They are, of course, pushing prices higher because we have demand and less supply, and that will push prices higher. So again, you have inflationary fears generated from all the supply chain disruptions that are a result of COVID, but also the environmental changes. We had typhoons this summer that created supply chain delays. So all these factors combined are creating more inflationary concerns, and we don't see them disappearing anytime soon.
I think you make a great point. I mean, this supply chain disruption, the restraint that we've seen for these companies, and we have so many CEOs on, Eva, who have been saying exactly that, and their costs are on the rise. They've talked about freight and the cost of shipping and everything, how to get everything there, and that's a stock that you're watching in that sector. Tell me a little bit about getting things from point A to point B and how maybe an investor might want to consider looking at that group.
That's right. Nothing glamorous this time. It's not crypto. It's not blockchain. It's good old-fashioned shipping companies, not just containers. There's a lot of attention on containers, but also dry bulk carriers. These companies are having the best year they have had in more than a decade. Their rates have soared. Their margins have skyrocketed. And as a result, we are seeing them with the forward PE now, with the forward market cap to forward revenue of 4 times, which is very low compared to their peers and the market we are right now. So we like, one of the companies that we like is Bulk Carriers. That's a company that had an EBITDA increase from 30% to 48%. It also had a gross margin increase from 35 to 50%. And these are reasons why we like the sector a lot. We think the supply chain disruptions are here to stay and will make this category attractive in the foreseeable future.
Do you think that what we're seeing in the market, and you can, obviously you're seeing these shippers and containers, things like that, these containers in particular having done well of late, and look at what a great chart that is. Look, September's been a tough month, right? We've been snapping some recent streaks. The Nasdaq's down for the 5th day in a row. The S&P's down 6 times in 7 days. Is the selling merited? Is it overdone? I know you're recommending now Bulk as a good way to make some money maybe. Is it a group thing? Is it a sector thing? Or is the market just really unsteady? Or get in and buy some dips?
So September happens to be the toughest month on average by historical standards. And also, if you go back 30 years, what our data shows is that if you have a market that goes up above 15% by the end of August, it usually ends the year on a higher note. Now, this year is an unusual year. We have COVID. We also have CPI numbers and a lot of attention on inflation. And it's not easy to make the bet that is going to continue the pattern like we have seen in the past, based on the fact that we are already up 20%, and we are supposed to end the year higher. We believe that's going to be the case, but of course we should have our eyes on food price increases, what the Fed is going to start doing, which we expect soon. But we're hopeful that we will hopefully see the markets end the year higher.